Hello, and welcome back to Instant Anime.
Just add music.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Jimmy.
I'm Sarah.
This is the podcast where Sarah and I take a song, we listen to it, which is what you do with songs,
Often.
and then we make an anime for it. What we do is each separately write our own animes, and then come together and make a mega anime when we combine them into one idea that we give a title, and then also we cameo ourselves in it, and that's the show. And sometimes suggestions for songs are used, and other times not. This time it's not, but it's by the group Genoti, spelled Xeno-T. It's the song Forever, and it's the Korean version. I don't know if that means there's a Chinese or Japanese or other version, but this is we listen to the one that's in Korean, a staple, if you will, of the Instant Anime podcast is listening to K-pop.
Yep.
And then making anime for it.
We're not limited to K-pop. We've done other genres.
True. The main thing is it's harder to vet Japanese music because a huge portion of it
already is an anime.
An even greater number is now even being used for anime intros. So it's hard to vet. If you send us in a suggestion that is an anime title, we might not even notice, and then we're the fools.
Yeah.
But yeah, not today. It's Genoti Forever. It's a Korean song. Maybe it's a K-drama, but we don't know. Today it's this.
Well, K-dramas are not animated.
Also true.
So
we just try not to use soundtrack songs.
It's true.
If we can help it.
It's true.
Either way, I'm going to share my idea now.
Please.
For Genoti Forever.
Please.
You can listen to the song now, later, or don't. It's up to you. We think it is a helpful guide.
I'm not going to lie. I referenced a particular part of the song, so that might be helpful.
I didn't write down my reference for it, but it is a very, evocative...
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Start us off,
my anime is about a traditionally trained artist specializing in broad strokes.
What does that mean?
If
you don't mind.
You know, the style that's good for drawing the symbols and signs and kanji and stuff.
So really calligraphy-ish?
Yes. I couldn't think of the word calligraphy the entire song. But it's they're very good at doing the huge banners with really quick.
Okay.
Either way, that was what I envisioned.
I'm sure there's a different name for it, but
yeah,
those brushes are freaking awesome.
The huge calligraphy brushes for big banners and stuff that people just get insanely talented with. So
I've done that once. It's not easy.
No, it's impossible. I mean, it takes practice.
It wasn't a banner, but
it takes practice. It's difficult. So this is an artist who specializes in that very cool style of traditional.
Very neat.
So a lot of their works are used for commissioned by striking groups because of how bold.
Oh, for their banners.
Exactly. Stuff like that.
Marching signs, all that.
Yeah, so they're kind of famous in the uprising groups of whatever.
Grassroots.
Yes, so
very cool.
This artist, however, has an incredible secret.
Oh.
If they draw on anything other than canvas, their drawings come to life and are brought into the 3D world.
Oh, that's what was the doodle game?
Oh yeah, Scribblenauts?
No.
Or Doodle Date?
Doodle Date.
Doodle Date.
You doodle dated.
Yeah, kind of, but less creepy. This was just cool. For instance, if they draw a crocodile in a swamp on the wall, then that scene will become reality right there in their studio. And they can walk into it.
Dang.
Because it's pretty easy to restrict themselves to canvas, however, they are very good at hiding their secret. But at some point they get extremely drunk and show off to a guest, making some eagle or owl or majestic creature. And that person obviously is freaked out and runs away and tells all the tabloids and stuff. And now that their secret is out, how will the world react to this awesome power that this artist wields?
Wow.
And that's my idea.
Wow. I only have one fault with it.
Yeah?
I think a banner made out of canvas would be difficult to lug around.
Well, I mean, like, traditional art medium, cloth, paper, banners, canvas.
Okay.
Canvas is usually...
Is canvas made of cotton?
It's like a linen,
Is
right?
it linen?
Yeah.
Okay. That would make sense because the fibers would be longer, so it would work better.
That's kind of my deal.
Cool.
But yeah, if they aren't drawing on like a traditional quote unquote canvas.
Okay.
If they draw on anything like bricks or wood or...
So if they were at a bar and they drew on a napkin?
Yeah. They could make like a little hummingbird.
All right. Well, if they're getting drunk, that might need to happen.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So that's my idea. It probably already exists somewhere.
I like it.
But the dubsteppy like parts that were like much faster were like the quick strokes of the like more intense symbols and stuff.
Okay.
Brush strokes, quick brush strokes.
All right.
And that was what I vividly saw for the song Geno T Forever.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw water.
There was definitely the drips, and for that I went for the big brush dripping into a paint can, shit like that. But same vibe. Definitely. But maybe not the same vibe as your idea. I don't know your idea. It's
not.
Let's go.
All right, let me get my book situated here. Okay. The setting is Earth in the future, after all the ice caps have melted and stuff. Very Adventure Time.
Couple years from now.
Very Adventure Time where the people aren't like bothered. It's not like a sad thing. It's just where they live.
Okay.
Nothing.
Wind Waker.
Yes, definitely. Very. Yeah.
Cool.
You got it.
Hit me.
I should just stop. I mean, no.
It's the Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, the anime, which I would watch.
Oh heck yeah!
By the way.
Oh heck yeah! Especially if it was still the cartoon Link style, that'd be great.
I would 100% watch. I mean, that game is already pretty close to just like.
It's true.
Playable anime.
And the HD remake, chef's kiss.
It's beautiful.
So anyway,
10 out of 10.
The main character or characters are part of a non-binary utopian society and civilization that lives in a cave on a remote island. The dripping, the water noises.
Oh, I gotcha.
Mm-hmm. So
that's what I was like, with a cave? And then I was like, oh, okay, cave drips. That makes sense.
Yeah. But the world's melted, so it's all tropical feeling now. Mm-hmm. So it's a nice cave. It's a nice, cool cave.
It's a nice grotto.
Yes. I already said this, but strong visuals of water, especially during the chorus. I got strong visuals of like underwater swimming, kind of like Ariel in Throwback, the Little Mermaid, obviously, where she like spins as she's singing about all of the treasures in her like treasure room or whatever it is, all of her
junk room.
Fiddly bits. She has a name for it, but I don't remember.
Twizzles and twazzles, yeah.
Who's its and what's its galore.
That's the
Thingamabobs, I've got 20.
Yes.
But who cares? No big deal. I want more. But when she does that like swirling spiral swimming, that's what I basically thought was like backflips underwater swimming.
Cool.
Anyway, of course in like a pretty location where probably all the coral's dead, but still, it's nice.
It still looks like coral. It's just bleached and dead.
Yeah, of course. The civilization does like a lot of diving because it'd be really pretty, and that's kind of what I pictured was them like diving in the water and stuff.
Gotcha.
I also wrote it seems like it would fit the story. Wow. Way to go, me. I think I was writing something else and got off topic, but that's okay.
I'm going to say the same thing.
This'll work. But there is nearly forgotten knowledge of Earth before the climate collapse. I don't know if that's what we actually call it, but...
Well, all the ink, when the water came up, it just all ran, all the books got waterlogged.
That would be an issue.
And the internet went out.
But there's still some knowledge. And the people of the civilization on the island, which are very remote, can't see anything, they're also seafaring. I mean, Moana, I guess. They either encounter
so Disney today.
I'm so sorry. They encounter some part of this forgotten knowledge, like a ship comes by, or something washes up, or maybe the garbage patch comes strolling through.
The plastics.
Yeah.
Somebody gets plastic poisoning
Or they just
from the microplastics.
feel the desire to try and seek it out before all knowledge is lost, or something like that. And then we ran out of time.
Right. It was only 5 minutes.
Yep.
It's good, though. I like it.
I think it would be really pretty. That's the main thing.
Yeah, anything
I
that's
got
like Wind Waker,
strong visuals.
I'll dive right into that material.
Thanks, 'cause diving.
You get
But
it.
yeah, I just got, they're happy there. And
So is it kind of like post-human, though? Like your non-binary thing is like, they are human, but it's
Yes.
it's post to like
it's post-gender.
post-gender world.
No one cares.
Cool.
You just love who you love.
Yeah. What
And
a world.
Very, very equal.
What a drowned world you've made.
And they live in a little cozy cave, but it's actually cool in there because otherwise it's very warm.
Right.
But yeah, just
Yeah.
very adventure time where nothing is wrong.
Yeah, like the apocalypse happened, but life goes on.
Yeah, they made it through. They lived in a cave and they're making it work.
That's fun.
I want it to be past the really
Yeah.
bad part.
I just wanted to go as far away from slavery as possible today.
Okay, that's reasonable.
I don't know if I was like polar opposite, but I at least did not reference any slavery this time.
This is
That was
this
last
is good.
week.
Yep.
That was last week.
Yes, it was.
That was Orange Caramel's fault.
They really bring out the best in you.
Oh boy. Yeah. So, how do you want to combine water anime with the calligraphy
Drawing, yeah.
anime?
That's an excellent question.
Does the magic power of this brush bring about the end of the world?
Oh, I was thinking more like cave painting.
Oh, I like that.
Like maybe that's the thing that washes ashore, is this magical brush that when they use it on the walls, it brings things to life.
I gotcha. But if somebody isn't talented as an artist, I mean, I guess it's still like, is it like a modern society? Like they aren't cave people.
Not entirely, but it's
They've lost like
fairly
technology and stuff.
a good portion of it, yeah.
Okay.
I don't want it to be Fallout where it's all like broken down remnants. It's more like, welcome to our tropical island where we've figured out how to be sustainable and self-sufficient
Oh, okay.
and live one with nature.
So the loss of the old ways is more of just like they didn't need them. So
A lot of it's gone. I'm assuming there's some lore or just like a really, really old person who's like, it was bad. That there's a reason everything went bad. We need to not do that.
okay.
But there's no reason they can't like farm sustainably and know about like crop sharing and like, changing up the fields and stuff.
I like the idea of this magical brush just like showing up, and then somebody who is already artistically inclined is able to use it to make new stuff.
Are you thinking of it as like it ends up being a negative? Like someone draws something, not necessarily poorly, but someone evil comes out of it, like something bad. Is that what you're thinking?
I'm kind of going there, not like as the
This is making me think of Kubo and the Two Strings.
Yeah, it's kind of like there's a magical object
Anyhow.
passed down through generations, etc. But I was thinking there's got to be some like negative brought out by this
Yeah.
thing, but it's like it's not easily overcome, but it's not like the main point of the show. It's just like there's a give and take with this awesome power, and probably the end is like Jumanji-esque. They like throw it back in the water or something.
I'm thinking the other option could be they find it and they want to find where it came from. And maybe they have like a raft or something that they're able to use to draw on. And they can draw
Oh, I
themselves
gotcha.
like harpoons for fishing and, some sort of shield to help them in storms or
Okay, I like that.
stuff like that.
And then even
Because I had the seafaring adventure part
I like that. I like that the trying to find
implied at least.
the origin of
The
this
source of it.
brush leads them to this place where someone does know its power and
they're-
tries to use it for evil.
Yeah.
I think that's like it's just like the natural progression of the story is that whoever used this before used it for good, bad,
Yeah.
middle of the line means. But it is a well-known object that someone then is able to use for bad, but not ad infinitum. Like, obviously, these people who bring it to this person who knows of its power are better than that person and, like, stop it from being a world-ending thing, you know? Because they're like, I'll just draw a device that'll suck up all the water from the ocean and reset the world.
Right.
And you're just like,
It's a large sponge. That's what you're looking for.
It's a loofah.
It's a rehydrated loofah.
Yes.
Okay, so I have a thought.
Uh-huh.
It's about the brush's like backstory.
The brush's backstory.
Which
yes.
sounds like it's the broom from like the
Fantasia.
Yeah, the Apprentice thing, and it actually kind of is, but that is.
It's kind of like the One Ring. It yearns for a new master.
Well, I was thinking more like the official quill in Once Upon a Time, but I won't go with that. I'm thinking it is the like record keeper.
Oh,
like the people used it in ancient Egypt to, you know, document and back to the cave paintings, and it was the way of keeping track of things, but something happened to it. Maybe in it not being used for so long, it got or it's like radioactive or something now.
It's mutated.
Yeah,
I
now
like
it
that
makes
it
rather than just record.
It recorded so much history. It was imbued with this like power.
Well, I mean, this sounds all silly, but it's like humankind, the best parts of humankind and the worst. But it has all the hope, all the beliefs, because people, you know, they drew their religious beliefs, they drew their happiness, they drew their misfortune, and all of those things have been soaked up like a rehydrated loofah into this paintbrush.
I like that a lot.
I think that's
like
cool.
a really, really a lot. Like it
wasn't that something in one of the Mickey games though? Not to just keep going back to Disney, but didn't he have a paintbrush?
There was a brush in Epic Mickey, but I don't.
It didn't do this.
It did thing.
It did things.
It did things.
Oh,
it was like you draw portals or something. I don't.
Okay, so sort of similar, but not nearly as cool.
The like thing drawing real things is not something new. This is not my original fucking idea here.
But I love the idea of it started, and not for writing, just for the pictures.
Oh yeah, it existed before
Yes.
a written language existed.
So it started with, I think the cave paintings in France are the oldest ones now? But if it started there and then it moved to...
Yeah, and I think it's kind of existed in different forms.
I
Like
agree.
it was someone's paintbrush. It was a shard of glass at the...
Yeah, a stick somewhere,
Yeah,
a rock.
That's the thing. I think it's been so many forms of this like passed down human creativity thing.
And it's all just together.
Yeah.
Very powerful tool.
It culminated into this thing that's now been sitting, and then it washes up, or they find it in some shipwreck treasure chest thing.
I don't hate the idea of them, because there's got to be a lot of crap that floats up. This can't be the first thing. I don't dislike the idea of them being advanced enough to have gathered these things and found uses for them.
Definitely. I think...
They don't need to be like full-on Moana.
No, they've been utilizing modern, as we know it, technology to
But not necessarily like
them.
electricity.
Exactly.
But they probably have like solar power for some stuff.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a future where everything, like you said, they figured it out.
Well, I did refer to it as utopian and egalitarian. So.
Their ecological footprint is very low.
Yes.
And they're just able to like live with nature and not...
And the whole island is not a cave.
No, exactly.
There's other land.
The cave is just cool.
Yes.
Literally colder.
The cave allows them to deal with the sun.
Because it's really
safe
hot
from
and
elements.
There's a lot of CO2 in the atmosphere.
I'm sure there is some sort of, Darwin effect where certain humans lived better in the different atmosphere.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah.
Maybe their lungs are bigger or something. But anyhow.
They're attuned physically.
We don't need to go into that. They look mostly human.
I also like the idea, kind of like in Adventure Time, where there are remnants of the past world scattered out throughout the episodes, throughout the scene painting, stuff like that. Or it's all just like little references to stuff, like a Titanic sunk somewhere.
Yeah.
But I also like the idea that like because of this flooding of the earth, melting of the ice caps, wiping out most of humanity, that there has been like a resurgence. So not all of the coral reefs are bleached and not everything's bad.
Yeah, I want it to be a bit thriving.
Yeah, it's like this is the renaissance of actual
Earth.
Yeah, beautiful
Nature,
natural life.
all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of this bullshit that we've been culminating over the past 100, 500 years. It's getting really gray. But
It's not good.
it's the color of rain clouds. So
Yep, nothing cheerier than that.
but yeah, I really, really like this idea. And it's like this taking of this. It's not a good or bad item. It is whatever you make of it. It just wants.
Agree.
It doesn't want anything, but like
It wants to record.
the obvious thing is it wants to be used.
Yeah,
for its purpose.
It wants to record.
But
history.
it doesn't have. It's not actually like alive.
No, but do you think it has some sort of like powerish thing where it wants those that have it to continue the story and learn the history beforehand to see like its prior works?
I think it's kind of. It's either that or it's like more of a destiny thing where whoever does find it already has that thought process within their head, like history is important, we should record things.
Yeah.
Like whoever finds it is already kind of in that mindset, and then they find the brush and they're like, oh, this is of course how I should do this. And so they use it on paper and it's good, and then if they use it
I just had a cool idea.
What's that?
Well, I don't know what animals would be around.
Yeah.
But maybe they had a picture of like a seagull, but seagulls aren't around anymore. So they draw a seagull.
And it's like,
and all of a sudden they have a seagull or, a goat. And I don't know, just like they're able to bring some joy as well as,
Yeah, I think it's like the adventure is not only finding where this thing came from, because that now ultimately doesn't matter because
it'll come out at the end.
Yeah, it's like it's everything and it's the end and the beginning. It doesn't really matter.
Very cool.
But I like that throughout their adventures, they also find more history archives and stuff like that and are able to bring back elements from the past that are lacking to make the world more vibrant.
Yeah, and the whole, if you don't know the past, the history, you're doomed to repeat it.
Yeah. So it's like they're learning a lot. Mm-hmm. They're learning... well, it's... Because I don't want it to get into like a pick and choose what they bring back.
No, but I think, if they can find a brief history of the world, if they can figure out what happened before they were here.
Yeah.
And learn like, oh, our ancestors, that sounds so cheesy, but those that came before us, they abused this. They drained the earth of these resources, and we can't do that. But look at what they did. They had vaccines, and I mean, I don't know if we're quite at vaccines, but they had all these other like, oh my gosh, this would be really cool if we could bring this knowledge. But no, it comes with a big fat disclaimer kind of a thing.
Yeah, I like that a lot. It works for me.
It gives me an Adventure Time vibe.
Yeah,
Big time.
It's a good vibe to have. Not everybody likes Adventure Time, but
well, we don't have to be as like zany. We don't have to have candy people.
No, this is the anime version of Adventure Time.
With humans.
With humans and not Adventure Time.
Yeah,
but it's adventurous. Mm-hmm. And there's a time and place for adventure, and it's adventure.
Yeah. I love the idea of them, they saw a chicken somewhere in a book or on a piece of plastic.
It's definitely like, I feel like when
and I can just hear like little children shrieking with
when
joy.
the ice caps melt and like humanity on the surface is wiped out, there's like a resurgence of aquatic life anyways. So there like abundance of fish and even like new species and old species coming back, and like,
and I know that
dinosaurs kind of like,
I mean, there could be, of course,
like, the sleeping giants of the sea come back up.
The other thing is all of the waste, all of the bacteria, all of everything is going to get put into the water.
Oh, yeah.
And that does a lot of damage as well.
So there's like dead zones.
I would imagine.
Dead, like half of the continent is just like not half the continent, but, huge land masses.
They're screwed up.
Yeah.
But depending on how far afterwards, that could be starting to finally turn around. Like,
Yeah.
the plastic probably is still going to be there. But, maybe that bacteria ended up growing algae, and then that led to this, and it went from there.
Oh, definitely. And there's, you think of New York with all of its skyscrapers, but it's the water level rose so high, it toppled the buildings.
It would erode them for sure.
It would erode them. It would topple them with tidal waves or huge aquatic events.
Yeah, I mean, if there
seismic or
I was going to say,
otherwise.
if there's an earthquake,
Yeah.
the tsunami would be huge.
But then you have toppled buildings, which then double as new coral beds and shit like that.
It gives them something to hang on to.
So I feel like that's the cool part of hiding the subtlety of
Which Adventure Time did a cool job doing that.
the past generations is you meld them into the current landscape.
And I want it to be almost like Ghibli, just beautiful.
Oh,
but
yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
if you look, you go, oh my gosh, that's like a car.
Huge.
That's a VW Beetle right there.
Hugely inspired by the Laputa.
Oh, yeah.
Castle in the Sky with the robot covered in moss.
Yes.
It's just
Yes.
like a dilapidated...
Wasn't there weird stuff underwater in Ponyo, though?
I mean, there was things underwater.
Okay. So
But-
I'm not completely off base,
No,
but
you're
carry on. Sky, water,
You just mixed
know.
Laputa with Ponyo, and that's this one.
Shake it up in a snow globe?
Don't do that.
Okay. I tried.
I wonder what the music video is for this. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I hope there is one.
Oh, me too.
I hope it's cool. Either way, I think we're there.
Well, are you happy with yours?
Definitely.
Okay. I feel like I completely obliterated your setting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your setting's more interesting, and I
I
feel
do
like
have an idea, though.
I feel like
Sorry.
the negativity, somebody trying to use it for bad, is pretty much the plot of mine, anyways. So I'm good.
It could be that the person wielding said brush gets some sort of faint memories from the past lives of its okay.
Again, I don't want it to be an all-powerful thing.
Okay.
Its main objective is to record, but it's had all this stored history and just it has stored power. But I don't want it to be some psychic link.
So it doesn't
there's too many of those.
Ouija board and draw things while you hold it.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think that's what I'm saying. The person who wields it has to be in the mindset and has to already have a talent for drawing.
So that
and recording.
leans toward the destiny part of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of what mine was. So
I'm good with that.
There we go.
If you feel yours is represented,
I believe so.
Then
I think
I
if the brush has more physical properties and mental powers, then I think it kind of goes in a different direction
yeah.
that we could, but I don't think we're going to today.
Okay. That
Cool.
sounds good.
We're
Picturing
there.
a lot of watercolor-esque.
I'm thinking Ghibli style is
Yeah.
that Laputa imagery is super strong. Just put it
Yes.
all underwater.
Yeah.
Stay in the sky.
A good portion of it.
He's
please.
underwater. Maybe there are sky people. Fuck it.
Hey,
We've already done some sky people
if
before.
we get a second season, man, the sky's the limit.
Oh boy. Let's think of a title.
I think we're there. Do you have any...
Water brush, water art, water history.
I think Waterbrush might be a good place. It's very on the nose, but
Or
it might get us somewhere cool.
water art or water brush or water
Water
history.
art's fine too.
Let's do water art. Brush
Okay.
is kind of a word. And
That is like an art word.
Yeah. All right, you want to do a water word or an art word first?
I'll go with water.
I'll do an
I'll
art.
flow with water.
Yeah, like water.
Yes.
Very Bruce Lee of you. I'll do an art word. 3, 2, 1. Renaissance.
Erode.
Yeah, water erodes rock and stuff. I gotcha.
Kind of smooth over the past a little bit,
Yeah.
with time. Renaissance is perfect. It encapsulates the whole nature revival and the human, and yeah, that's a good one.
Thanks. I thought it was pretty great. And we
Well-
said it earlier.
That's true.
All right,
That's
I'll
true.
do a water
Switchy?
word and you do a art word. 3, 2,
Okay.
1. Wave.
Soul.
Wave. Soul wave.
So my words, I didn't realize when I put them together.
Eroding soul.
Yeah, like soul erode.
Yeah.
It's not the right
Well,
idea.
your
but
words don't make the title, but
soul goes into art, right?
That's true.
That's what I was getting at.
Heart and soul put into your words.
But I didn't mean for the soul to erode.
No. You didn't mean for it to happen.
No, I don't say it that way. I didn't do anything.
Look what you've done.
Ah!
And mine was just like a wave crashing.
Well, the Renaissance was a wave.
It was a wave of I was going to say reconnaissance. And I'm like, nah.
You know it's French, right?
Yeah.
It means rebirth.
Oh, look at you. We've already done Project Rebirth.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying we need to. I'm just telling you.
Yeah. That's why I don't really know how to spell it. I was like, there's a couple S's.
Just throw a few in there. I mean,
C.
in French, you don't pronounce half the things right anyhow. Oui.
Yes. Yeah. I like erode, though, because I think as a title-y word, though, it doesn't really convey the positive feelings that you would want.
I agree.
For this show. I think there's something there with Renaissance and like a history and...
Do you think Renaissance is a title word?
It could be, or it could just be the vibe I was going for.
Mm-hmm. I definitely agree with the vibe.
Yeah.
I know we've been trying to make more anime-esque titles, and I don't know if that necessarily works.
Yeah, I don't... But I mean, there's a lot of...
Yeah, I'm not saying it doesn't, but I got to play with it. We got to play with it a little.
Yeah.
Okay. Going off of Renaissance.
Yeah.
And I guess the blue period, I don't remember. Was that Van Gogh? I have no idea who did the blue thing.
Is it an art history thing?
Yeah.
Sure.
But the blue Renaissance or blue Renaissance. Because we got water.
Oh, yeah.
Renaissance. Somebody had a blue period. I don't remember who it is.
I get you.
It's one of them.
Eiffel 65, probably. Yeah. They're the group who did the song Blue. Dabba-dee.
I shouldn't ask. Faniels, I should not have asked.
Actually, I don't need clarification. But yeah. Is
that too...
I like the blue...
Because I feel like we could make it more anime, but...
I think the Blue Renaissance...
is pretty
good. I think it needs the for whatever reason. My brain is like...
I mean, it could be green, but I was thinking water, blue.
Blue. Blue makes so much more sense. It's like the sea, foam, blue, water, blue, clear. Even though water's clear, it just reflects the sky. Either way.
Yeah.
Blue Renaissance. The Blue Renaissance. The Blue Renaissance.
Do you like that?
I do, a lot.
Cool.
You're sort of killing it in these titles.
The pressure.
Murdered the title.
What if I can't keep this up?
I get one like every 12, and you're just like...
Will he fire me? Will I be replaced if I can't think of the next title? Oh my god.
I have Mariah Carey here to replace you.
No! Yeah, but we found out she released new music.
Yeah.
We're more on top of things than we thought we were.
We referenced her without even knowing that she had put out a music video like
2 days.
The day before or 2 days after or something. I don't know.
Yeah. We're trendsetters, obviously.
Yeah, she obviously wasn't recording those songs for months and months beforehand.
No. It's not how that works.
She listened to a podcast that wasn't released.
She found out she was in it and went from there.
She was at our door listening to us talk about her. Ugh.
We really need a better lock. But I'm glad you're okay with this title.
I like the Blue Renaissance a lot.
And
it's really good. It's evocative, just like the song. Do you want to be in it? Do you want a cameo in the Blue Renaissance?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, you have to. You're the creator.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I want to be a dolphin. No.
I think I'd be a naysayer of the adventure. And I'd be like, don't go out there. It's dangerous. Okay, bye. And then I'd drink a coconut. Delicious.
Look at these coconuts.
Hard to get into, but pretty much worth it.
Only thing that survived.
If I had to rank a coconut, yeah. Who would you be?
I would be Eugene Lee Yang. If I could.
That's not fair.
I know, it's really not.
He's not a character. You can't typecast Eugene Lee.
Fine, but he is getting back into acting, so if we want to throw him into anything.
Want to cast him in anything.
Yeah. I think I would want to be one of just the community members. Maybe with my love of needlecraft, perhaps I'm weaving something or...
I get you.
I did see a tweet, this was a long time ago, but it's really stuck with me, where people said, it never made sense to have like ripped up sweaters in post-apocalyptic worlds. They're like, someone remembers how to knit. Like that's not going to happen.
I saw.
So I think I'd be crafting some sort
Mad
of
Max
something.
Fury Road was trending on Twitter a week ago or something.
Is that the one that already came out like a while ago?
Yeah, for some reason it's having its own renaissance on Twitter today. Or not today, but
a
couple of weeks ago. And Charlize Theron knits regularly during downtime. Mm-hmm. And so she taught the Chrome Boys who are how to knit. And there was a picture of one of the guys just like knitting with some green yarn. I was just like, this is hilarious.
Apparently it's very popular on movie sets because it's a good way. You can just set it down, you pick it back up.
Like multiple people apparently went up to her and were like, can you teach us how to knit?
I'm just saying, if movie stars are knitting, you're going to tell me that
they're not going to have the
like
resources to live in post-apocalyptia?
Because we already talked about fiber lengths. So as long as we've got fibers that we can spin, we're set.
It's definitely, And it's like tropical. You got like banana fibers and coconut fibers, shit like that.
Yeah. It
Hemp
might be
fibers
scratchy,
even.
but we can make it work.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Duh.
We got some silk going on.
So
We'd be set.
You're a knitter. I'm a naysayer.
Oh, we both have the N thing going.
Yeah.
Alliteration of character.
I'm a naysayer with a K.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I'm like a horse.
But not. Phew, okay.
Either way, I think we're in the show now.
We have been.
The Blue Renaissance.
Added.
We've been renaissanced.
Yep.
But that's...
Can't argue with that.
That's our show, Instant Anime.
Just add music.
I'm Jimmy.
I'm Sarah.
I ended it this time, see? It didn't throw me off when you did it.
I just was switching it up, man.
Too good.
Never again, I've learned.
Never predictable, always ever changing. Yep. Like a chameleon. So that's the show. We did it. That's the anime.
Yeah, we didn't really define any major characters, but...
we don't do that anymore.
If Eugene wants in...
If Eugene wants in, he's in.
Eugene can be in.
We'd pay him, too.
He can be the wielder of the paintbrush if he wants.
Oh, yeah, you want to be the dude. The main.
I think, yeah.
The main.
The main.
Cool.
With our non-binary utopian society, he can be whoever he wants to be.
That's true. He can be anybody.
We love you, Eugene.
He's like, these guys are nerds.
Although you were wrong, tag-alongs are the best.
But they're like they're like newer. People don't know how awesome they are because they're like, oh, obviously Thin Mints.
Then again,
Samoas are really good.
Yeah, I have not had all of them, all the Girl Scout cookies at once.
Because you were a coconut hater for a while.
Yeah, I didn't like how long it took to chew. I felt like a cow, like it just never really broke down the more you chewed on it.
Samoas are really good.
Well, maybe we should buy some.
No.
We'll see what happens.
No. That's the show. We have a Twitter if you want to follow us for, gifts of upcoming episodes.
We kind of do like a mood board of what's coming, and it's really fun.
Mood board, and we also just usually post retweets of...
Would they be called shit posts?
Yeah, we shit post, what's his name? Lee Pace?
Oh my
Looking
God.
hot.
In that suit?
In various suits.
With those boots?
Yeah.
Woo.
That's the Twitter.
He's still number one, man.
Twitter handle is @InstantAnimePod or twitter.instantanime.me.
There you go. We're getting it.
We also have a website.
Yeah, it's where we host, and it's instantannie.me or anna.me. It's ani.me.
Yeah.
Any case. From there, you can get to, it's also instantanime.podbean.com, but it's the same thing. And when you're there, you can see that our descriptions have clickable links in them for the episodes. We have a sidebar chock full of fun stuff.
So many links.
We have our suggestion, which also has its own special link, I believe.
Suggest.instantanna.me.
There you go. So if you want to suggest a song, it's a Google form. We just ask for a few things, and we would love to use your song to make an episode.
It's very fun.
At least 3 animes, honestly.
2 regular and 1
mega anime. Yeah, we nailed it. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
You also can get to our Twitter from there. We have a handful of podcatchers, some of which Apple iTunes and Google Play have their own little
review systems.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to leave us a good review, bad review, if you want to leave us a review at all,
yeah, please
medium review, 3-star, just be honest.
be a paintbrush.
You don't have to, but we do really appreciate it.
Yes.
And it makes us smile. Unless it's mean, then it would probably make us not smile.
I would be upset probably. I don't do well with things. Most things.
Yeah.
But also on our sidebar, we have a link to our merchandise on Redbubble, which we should really add some more
Ugh,
things, but we'll get to it.
Photoshop is hard.
Well, time is hard.
That's
but,
also true.
you know, spring's coming. It'll be light more. I have a feeling we might feel more energized.
And maybe people will buy some shirts to wear in spring, summer.
Oh, yeah.
Some short sleeve shirts.
So you can get your nice farmer stand going.
Ugh.
Well, that's the other thing we've got on there. Our Spotify. I answered my own question.
You did it.
So we have 2 different Spotify things.
Yes.
And they also have their own links.
Yes.
But one links to our Podbean. Nope, that's not the word I wanted. Our podcast on Spotify. And the other one links to a Spotify playlist of songs that we've used to create animes in the past, assuming that they are available.
And it's slowly growing and slowly dwindling at the same time.
It's fantastic.
When we make episodes, it goes up. And then when they get taken off Spotify, it goes
It's our own little ecosystem. But it's just kind of a fun playlist anyhow.
It's actually it's really playable and just good.
Yeah, we're fans.
There's some not so great songs in there.
And we admit to that.
But those are some that we just we had an anime for it. We had to do it.
What are you supposed to do? You got animes coming out your ears.
So yeah, we got that. We got the website. We got the Twitter, and that's it. If you want to contact us, it's on Twitter.
Yeah.
But no one ever, so it's fine. Either way.
If you want to contact us, just send us a suggestion.
Hey.
Or a review.
That is probably the best way to contact us, because then
we get notified when something happens there.
It's a direct thing that ends up in the show. So
yeah. And you get a shout out if you so please.
If you so please. Either way. See you next Sunday.
Yeah.
For a whole new episode. And that's it for this one.
See you next one.
Goodbye.